Hello, good evening, good afternoon. Excuse me. Gets to be like a chicken with a head cut off. When I get close to time, it sneaks up on me so fast. I've got a bit of mail today, but I'll get to that toward the end. I have been in and out today. I know that there are unredacted emails from Michael Duffy that said POTUS on it was still withholding the security funds for Ukraine. So, as we have seen, we have more and more evidence coming to light uh, every minute. I also want to check with you. I can see down at the bottom, my mic is working, and of course, it's right here. Let me move my cursor out of the way. Um, Am I getting a good sound out? I'm not going to do any music today. I'm going to save that for Friday, and I'll attempt again at These Days by Buddy Davis. I want to set up different than I did before. I'm finally figuring this mic out. It's just when I do YouTube, I have a little meter down here that shows I'm on the first couple of dots. Let me try something and I'll see if I can turn it up just a little bit. Don't want to knock anybody out. How's that? Is that any better? Hello, George. Hello, Maria. Hello, Brian. All right. Yeah, I've heard that there's a whole lot of shit coming out from Donnie. What I'll do is pick up from 12/31/19, the last word. Basically, this summary of the show: Trump and his actions have shown the American people that you won't get health care or anything else. You get me, Donnie. I get the power to give my friends tax cuts. I've got the power, and in Ukraine, uh, that he doesn't care uh, how he keeps the presidency, and that shows it. He doesn't care how he keeps it. Uh, we keep in mind too that Pompeo is still gone over to or will go to Ukraine. Bill Taylor is coming back from Ukraine today because the two didn't need to meet since Bill Taylor, uh, who Pompeo appointed, by the way, uh, out of retirement, doesn't want to meet on Ukrainian ground at the same time with Bill Taylor after the testimony that Bill Taylor gave in the impeachment hearings. So, isn't that interesting? Uh, and what we're seeing too with Donnie is he wants to be a monarch. Just think about it from that perspective. What he could do is pass it on. It would go all the way to the year, I believe, 2051, including Barron being your king of the United States. That is plain ass scary. I am enjoying Rick Wilson's book published in 2018. It's amazing the perspective that took him. He was basically a never Trumper. And then when everybody, well, you remember the never Trumpers were the ones that came up with the dossier. They were paying for it through GPS. They dropped it when he got nominated, and the Democrats picked up. Republicans failed to tell you that it was never Trumpers that had it first. Damn. And I would be, damn it, that man. I get so tired of getting up depressed that he's still president. Uh, And basically, what Rick Wilson was stating is uh, that he saw how conservatism was being tossed to be replaced with no one cares about morals, deficits, and debt, replaced by whatever one man wanted, no matter what. And those surrounding him, uh, let me see what I put. Oh, and they have no thought to their own reputation. Everything depends on Donnie now. Whatever he wants to do, they're willing to do. They don't care what happens to their reputation. And let's see if I got anything on the other page. And I will ask Republicans while we're here, and I know some view because not everybody is liking or sharing and all that. It's just like with Facebook. On some of my rants, I have 260 views, much less when it comes to actual people liking, loving, or laughing at what I do. But that shows you there are a lot showing up for Facebook, and I imagine they are here too. I've seen numbers like 73 people viewing, and here's our crowd right here. Hello, Velda. I'll stop for a few minutes and read some of these. All right. All right. Everybody getting to know each other, talking among yourselves. Yeah. Kind of feel like my YouTube uh, is like the family meeting. I get more attention on my Facebook than I do here, but it is growing. I went from 110 on the last, I had 110 subscribers. We now have 111. So I've grown it by one by just doing a YouTube rant on Tuesday on New Year's Eve. And let's see what else I got. And I've already mentioned that. I didn't want to forget this. Julian Castro dropped out of the race today. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot more that are not going to make it. Michael Bennett, I expect he will be one of the next ones. I believe he's the governor of Montana. He will probably shortly drop out, and several others. It's a shame that we still got Bloomberg will be there, we know, and he's spending the most on raising money, or he's not raising money, he just spends money on ads. And I saw today that Bernie Sanders raised $34.5 million in the fourth quarter of 2019. So I don't know. I hadn't had enough time to find out today if he's the top money raiser in the fourth quarter. But I always like Bernie. I'm not for anybody right now. I'm trying to remain. Grace, would you turn the light out, please? I can't reach it. Thank you. Oh, she's feeling better today. Got her. She's busy with the laundry. Now I kind of lost my train of thought. But he did raise the most. My timeline and my Rant and Randy's is always open to all our Democratic candidates. That's the reason I try to stay neutral on the whole thing right now. We hadn't even gotten to, I think we're 33 days out from the Iowa caucuses, and we'll see what kind of numbers start coming in. Uh, in the meantime, I'm staying neutral. I've got people I like best, but we're going to see how this all plays out. Okay. And I want to go back into Bill Taylor again. He's coming home today, and Pompeo still hasn't said when he will go to Ukraine, keeping in mind uh, there's still no date or meeting for Zelensky in the Oval Office. That was the big promise. Then we heard about a week ago, I believe it was, or more, that Giuliani's hinting that they're going to cut off the aid. Well, in the first place, they hadn't gotten all the aid yet to this day. There has been no talk of any kind. And Giuliani running his mouth again about that they may have to hold up aid. We don't want to help a corrupt country. And that's all because they won't allow Viktor Shokin in this country in the first place. The corrupt prosecutor uh, over in Ukraine that left after they tossed him out. And this is where Biden comes in. Biden, along with the EU and others, wanted that man out because he was not prosecuting corrupt people in Ukraine. And of course, they try to spin it a different way because they've got to work for Putin, bring Putin's narrative that it all came out of Ukraine. Give me a damn break. Damn. Doesn't take long for that man to get me pissed. And I was trying to relax a little bit today, reading my book, and look forward to this. Of course, I look forward to this. Try to move this back a little bit. All right. But that's basically all I've got today because the news dump will be tonight. We'll hear a lot more about the unredacted emails that OMB was admitting that POTUS was the one withholding the funds. Now, how's he going to get out of that? How can he not have first hand information on it when that's who is addressed in the damn email? All right, I'm going to wind this one down. Didn't want to make a long one today. We got a big Friday coming up. Next week, we're going to have to see what's going to be done with sending the articles over to the Senate. That should be interesting because things keep coming in, more and more evidence. And perhaps it's not so bad that Pelosi has been holding up on this. We're finding out more and more every day of the week. More is coming out, and there's more to come. I guarantee you that. Yeah, you're right. Well, he didn't get his way in Ukraine. That's why it's still going on. That's why he's got his loose cannon out there, Giuliani. And the latest is he wants to testify in the Senate trial. That might be one hell of a mistake for him if they allow him to do that. It's sure not going to be good for him. In fact, I don't think they will even, that McConnell would want to even call him as a witness for them, for Trump, because we know it's not fair. They've already decided that it's just going to, let's have a kangaroo court and McConnell will lead it and Leningrad Lindsay will help out with already saying he will not be impartial. They're saying this before they take an oath for it. As you notice, Grace has on earphones. She's listening to little house on the prairie while I do my rants. That way we keep the background noise down. Because with this hot mic, uh, I was noticing earlier, I put on the headphones and hooked them in, and I could hear everything, and it sounded, the music on the background of the show sounded just great. So maybe I'm tweaking this thing right for a change, and we'll have some music along with my Friday rant for tomorrow. So I will let you go, but I've got some mail to get to first. Get Donnie out of the way. All right. I got a card and a donation from Lisa and Eric Cockrell. They live in Mortonton, North Carolina. And I'll briefly read a little bit of this. Dear Randy and Grace, my husband Eric and I listen and watch your videos. Uh, we wanted to send a little support. Um, we know well how hard things with Trump, how hard things can get. In other words, resist, persist, and insist. We have to fight against this tyranny and uphold and protect our democracy and our Constitution. And she included from Sarah Jones in Politicus USA, December 19th, 2019. Uh, Trump made sure to the Republicans to his lifetime image of corruption. He is the symbol of corruption. Trump responds to impeachment by forever linking Republicans to his corruption. And on the other side, you'll notice on the front it says Joy, or I mean Mary. And thank you for your rants, Randy. Uh, Joyful greetings of the season, best wishes for a happy new year, Eric and Lisa Cockrell. All right, and that will go on my wall, Lisa. And thank you for your support. There is my P.O. box. I'm looking at it, looks backwards right now, but that varies from day to day. I don't understand. Maybe it's YouTube, it does that, but you're seeing it the way it is properly. So that, your postcards, letters, uh, if you feel I keep you informed and keep you entertained with Donnie, then I'm getting through to you. Always like and share down at the bottom and subscribe if you haven't already. We're growing this for the Blue Dot family, and I want to remind you tomorrow, throughout the weekend, they have to at least let you leave a recording. Tell them what we want. We want health care. We want lower drug prices. We want something done about climate change. We pulled out of the Paris Agreement. We should get back into the agreement. So we're on the same page with the allies that we had before POTUS. Oh, I try not to let him get to me. You can follow me on Twitter for my YouTubes. I put one out there today. If you're into Twitter, you would have been able to click on that link and get me live. I'm on Liker and MeWe. Still trying to figure it out, but you can follow me there. Here in Kirksville, everywhere I go, I'm open to talking to people. about our need to save our democracy and to fight for it against this tyrant that we have in the White House. So we are the guardians of liberty, uh, and it's up to us and other groups like Indivisible. We've got to get that vote out. We need 1 million more. So there's no question in the end that we put this man out. Let's take back the House again, maybe with more of a majority than we had in 2018. Let's take the Senate back, send McConnell home, and send Lindsey Graham home. They have nothing but wanting to do what POTUS wants to do, have a fascist takeover and make him king of the United States. I'm not ready for a king, and I am not going to accept one. That's their president, and he has brought all of his problems on himself. Always keep that in mind. Point it out to your Republican friends. He caused all the problems that he's got. All right, I'll let you go. Peace, resist, persist, and insist that we get that orange thing out of our White House. In fact, I want to give another couple of thoughts. Keeps on, he takes the beating, keeps on tweeting. The little bird tweeting away and full of shit. All right, I'll let you go. Have a good one. I look forward to seeing you all at the meeting tonight. I wouldn't miss it for the world. The only way I'll miss it is if this thing doesn't come up or my 150 megabytes is not working. All right, have a good one, and I will see you this evening. Bye bye now. Share this shit. I love you, America. I love you, Blue Dot family. Later, y'all. Bye bye.